Hey everyone, today we completely in bearish mode. Everybody in X is completely calling the top. We're not going anywhere. Like also we have this news from Arthur from local chain. Arthur has just sold already 2,300 Ethereum, which is worth at around 7 million, which is nothing compared to what he have, I guess. And now for 4 million, but people already saying that Ethereum is gonna go to 5k anymore. We already reached the top. Now we're going to down. Also, there's this other trader, I don't remember his name, but Johnny, he has been saying already that we already in July, we reached the top and there is nothing that we can do now, and we're just gonna go down, down, and down. If you want to know and you want to predict yourself or see yourself when we reach the top, I'm gonna explain you in this video, so just stay around. We're also gonna look at Ethereum and another altcoins, because they have been completely bleeding against Bitcoin. The whole market is bleeding just for 10% of a drop, which is completely insane, because 10% is nothing. I mean, this is like the worst day for stocks market. In crypto, 10% is nothing. 10% it just happened in a few hours. It can happen in a minute. So we're going to try to navigate and see what's going to happen next. And hopefully you're going to know now how to realize when the price is going to, when we reach a top or not, and when we enter to a bearish trend. So started with this news. I mean, it's really crazy how everybody is really like with everyone selling those, this means it's over. So let me see. I mean, don't really know people, but everybody's just freaking out. We're not going, if we're going to 5k, and you just have all these negatives. Now talking about negative, just let me check really quick. Where is this? Fear and greed. Let's see how we because this is such important to check as well, which is nice. Now we reset. We were in 73, now in 55. We're gonna be now like in the middle. Like people are not too greedy anymore. People start to question it already if it's a bear market or bull market, and this is something that always is so helpful. Believe it or not, it's just a really simple tool, but every time we enter into a fear mode, it's time to buy. If we are in extreme fear, it's the best moment to put all your dollar bags into Bitcoin. And so yeah, just keep it in mind if you don't know about this, if you didn't know about this tool, but we're fine right now. So I have something prepared for you. Yeah, I think that he haven't replied anything. Arthur haven't said anything, but yeah, like I was saying, he probably didn't buy like you. He didn't buy at reaching $4,000. He probably bought it already since last bull market when Ethereum dropped to 100, even probably in the ICO. I don't know, but so this is actually nothing. I mean, for him, come on, like 2,000 ETH. What are you talking? I mean, he probably have even more than that. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. 2,000 is like, I don't know, like talking about 200 or 20 Ethereum for him. So now getting a little more realistic. This is something I was pointing out, where we're going, in which direction we're going, and the video before. So just go and check it out, and then you can come here and have a better picture where what is the worst case scenario. I'm gonna remove here to don't confuse you. So how you could or we could say that we enter already in a bearish trend in a daily. I'm just gonna work with this scenario because I realize everybody's just getting crazy and super insanely fear and Onyx, and I don't really see that's gonna happen. But how we could know that's gonna happen, and this is really important about the Elliot Wave. If you don't know about that, I would recommend you to go and read it. You can find it on Wikipedia, whatever website, and you can read about him, because it's always how the market move. It move in waves, never go just straight up or in a line. It's always on waves, and the way he explained is so simple and super easy to understand. So I would recommend you to go and check it out. So once we see something like this, I'd say to you that we potentially will come and find something in this area in the 112 more or less. If we drop below 112, like 110, 109, 107, for example, come to this area around the 105, this is the moment to think if we're gonna go, but this is not the moment to sell. This is something you need to keep clear. Why? Because you never sell in the wave number one. Never. Because we always gonna have a bounce. Every time, you see, every time we fell here, we have, if this would be like removing the bullish scenario, let me see if I can find something here before, when we were in a bearish trend. Here, for example, here you can see better. So waves went up, down, up, down, up, down. The market always moves in waves. So in that case, many people are gonna sell here, of course. But if you sell here, what doesn't? How do you know that this wasn't just a candle to liquidate everybody? You don't know. You don't know. And remember, the market don't gonna go only in green or red candles. Never. Always gonna bounce. So in that case, if it really happens, because just for you to be up from the market, because if everybody's just making noise and being dramatic, because in crypto everybody's always dramatic, everybody's just exaggerating everything, and this don't gonna help you. If you need to the market, it's just gonna make you more emotional. You're not gonna sleep. You're gonna be just completely psychologically and we teachers can have a better picture. It's gonna be really painful to see the market going to 105 or even a little bit below, but we always gonna bounce. And that bounce is super important. Listen to this, that is super important, because once we bounce and we see the price, this will be the I just try it, and this will be the number two, the wave number two. We bounce. We're gonna bounce and the breakdown, which would be around this area. If we just bounce there and we start to lose momentum, how do you know we start to lose momentum? Again, something important I mentioned to you. First is the price, the time, and the volume. And we can see over here, the time was already running out, the volume was alright, and we have this big stop candle, the absorption, you can see. I'm not saying exactly that they're gonna look, but we're gonna start to have some weakness already, and we can see it in the market. And once we have this area, and we start to notice the weakness, that is when the market we can potentially see that is the exit. No here, no the top, no 150, no when everybody's saying we're going to 1 million. No, that's not. And the bounce is the best. If you can sell on the top, for that I also like every time we're reaching higher high, just the risk. I make a video about that, selling 10%, 20%, 20%. You higher 20% more and more and more and more. Probably this is something also maybe R2 is doing, but everybody's just freaking out. Anyway, going back to the waves, this and the wave number two, which is the retest, and we don't make a higher high, then we go down. This is the confirmation. In this area, we start to see weakness. That is a confirmation to exit, because after that, we're just going to go down, and that you don't want to get stuck in that. But even though, let's say that you continue and the trade, you was in a trouble or wherever, you couldn't really sell, and now you effed, and you're eating all this area again. You can start selling little by little already, but in the wave number 3, we always have the consolidation. And this consolidation is always tricky because it's hopium for people. Like, no, it's just not gonna go more down. Now we have this consolidation, we're gonna go up again. And yeah, effectively go up to the 4-1, but then we fell even higher, even lower, even deeply lower. So I don't want this to happen to you, because most of the people don't really explain how to predict when to go out. Everybody just say to sell on the top or just to hold the bags all the time. So this is, hopefully this is something clear for you, and the most simple way to do it. I'm not saying this is what's going to happen now for the next weeks. I don't see it at all. I see it myself that we're going up, and this is just noise because everybody just is scary and everybody loves the F drama in crypto. But this is a big tip to have in mind when you can start to, but that's why it's so important to be de-risking it, or let's put it in simple words, selling a percentage of your bag every time it's going up, because we don't know the top. You're never gonna sell on the top, never. Maybe if you're lucky, you're gonna do it, but once you're de-risking, then we have something like that. Let's say you already de-risked 60% because we were going up, and then we break as F to the downside. What are you gonna do with the other 40? Do you just wait for the bounce of the wave number 2? You sell it all, and this because this gonna be the confirmation. Or if you still insecure, just say 30%. And then on the way down, you start to say there is the other 30%. Yeah, you're going to be selling on the way down, but nobody sells on the top. Not everybody you listen on YouTube is selling on the top. They doing the same strategy. And how do you know that the market's going to change to a trend? And this is another subject important, because everybody's just calling, yeah, the trend is your friend, but you don't really know exactly how the structure goes. So this is a big, simple example, and hopefully help you a lot. I would love to hear that. If you smash the like, or just drop a commentary below, it really will help me a lot to continue making videos like this for you, to help you to navigate the market and predict before anyone else. Because then after we are in the wave 3 or wave 4, we're gonna have a lot of a lot of people analyzing. We tell you already, yeah, he was clear that this was a lower high, but by the time you already have all your bags going down, and it doesn't really matter anymore. So yeah, this is like the scenario, the worst scenario that I wanted to share to you, to help you to get out if something like that happen. Because believe me, you don't want to be in a bear market with you full bags. You want to have dollars to buy as much as you can. So again, I'm not saying this gonna happen now. I don't see it. I don't see that this is happening. I see that we just bouncing like we did here, like we did here, and here. You think we're going to zero now? I don't see it. I don't see it, my friend. I see it. We're going there. Why? Because we're super bullish. We're super bullish in the weekly. And if we change the trend, it's fine as well. It's fine. That's why I'm showing to you. We don't own the market. We cannot move the market in which direction is going on. If we already finish, it's fine. It's fine. But now you know. Now you know how to exit. So that is the best strategy I can give you. Because you cannot come back. You cannot come back to time. We are here right now in 112. You cannot come back and sell in 120. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You cannot sell 120 anymore. So you wait for the bounce. And you sell here. Yeah, you're going to head to 112. But many other people are going to go hold on to 80. What is better? It's just 10,000 less. So it doesn't really matter. It's your head. You need to remove that off your head, because otherwise it doesn't really going to help you. And yeah, hopefully it is helpful. I just want to jump really quick to the total too, and see how the altcoins are doing, which is they're bleeding. And actually, let me see in the weekly, we're doing something I have been pointing before. Let's see, one moment. Talking about the ABC, it's in the drawing the total 3. Let me see. Yeah, here. When it seems that we're just going up and up and up and up and up and up and up, then there was no way to go down. We're just going down. That's why patience is such an important role in crypto, because you have a lot of noise all the time. Everybody just calling it that we're going to the moon. Yes, we're going, but we don't gonna touch the moon with the hands. We're gonna see the moon, but we're not gonna touch it with the hand. You need to always be cold mind and without emotions to the market, because otherwise you don't gonna make it. You don't really gonna make it, and that's what I want to help you to change. Learning how the market work. Once you do that, then it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. They are just numbers. They are just numbers, and you can just buy, sell. That's it. Yeah, it doesn't matter the fundamentals. For that, you have Bitcoin for the weekly, for the monthly. In the monthly, you have it because the fundamentals or whatever you want to heritage that money to your family, to your sons or whatever. You don't think about it. But what is the daily, the 4 hours, even the weekly? You just sell. Doesn't matter. You just want to have some profit. That's it. Why? Because the market gives you the opportunity that no other market give you. Like stocks. You think that you're gonna be wealthy with stocks? You think you're gonna be wealthy with real estate? No, you won't. In real estate, it's not your property. It's not the same that Bitcoin. Real estate is never gonna be yours because you have the property taxes. So I'm saying that nobody really like think about that. Like, yeah, I have real estate, I own these and blah, blah. No, actually, you don't own it. You buy it, and you have paper where you think you buy and you are the owner, but actually it's the government, because if you don't pay those property taxes, your house is gone. It doesn't matter that you're paying. It doesn't really matter. So just think about it, because it's not yours. Exception of Bitcoin. Bitcoin is fully and 1000% yours. So going back to the cryptos, we just have this ABC continuation pattern I was talking about. So after that, we're talking about the weekly. So expecting in the next month, probably already like see. Yeah, August, September, more or less, we're gonna start to going up again, and now is the big opportunity as well to take some profits, like Arthur was doing already. You see, on this area, we're still bullish in the weekly. We will be bearish if we're going down to this area. Then we'll be bearish. Will come something like this, retest, boom. You know, it's the same pattern, but it don't gonna happen. I don't see it happening. Well, the first time in history that altcoins don't go to a higher high, and we already have the train already changed. So I don't really see it. And like I say as well, like Bitcoin is super bullish. The dominance is going to have this bounce I was saying to you, in alliance with what is happening right now, where you're gonna have the bounce, Bitcoin's gonna go up. Yeah, let's just keep in mind. Now let me check just a few altcoins, because all of them looks pretty much the same. Finally, XRP, if you wanted to jump on, is having finally a retracement. Finally, you see, when it feels that never gonna stop, we're going to $10, was saying everybody. And we already talked in the channel that we were over overbought many times, many times I'm pointing, and sounds like many times because I was doing video every 2-3 days every day, and the price was high. But you just need to have patience. You need to have patience. Now it's going down, so if you want to buy, this will be the best area to buy will be like 274. You can drop a little bit more, it's fine. But where you are already, if you don't have anything, you want to have some, that's the area. And after that, I just put it as so like up like this. Solana, let me see it. Solana, I remember Solana was going to 500 and to 1000 as well. That's what I hear in the last videos. Everybody was calling. Now we have it at 162, and we still potentially gonna go. And look, this is the ABC I was pointing. ABC, they're never gonna happen because we're going to 1000. Now we start to come down, fresh, cool off a little bit. It doesn't matter. This doesn't mean that we're going exactly to this. It can go over here, but the ABC go like this, and the direction is to the upper side. But also, the weekly is fine. And we just need to find some key points. This is if you don't have anything and you believe about the project, you think they're going to even higher, this is the best moment for you to enter. And just don't enter 100%, but you start to do it little by little. Now put in some percentage there. If you fall more, you can put more. Could even go to the 145. That would be fine for the price. Let's see, near. This is the coin that Rob have. Be shout out to you, Rob. Thank you for subscribing to the video and liking my videos as well, and for comparing me to Ben as well. That's such a yeah, I really appreciate that. Let me see what actually is doing, because we're doing exactly the same. I mean, there's no much point to talk about it once we already check the total 3. You can see I was pointing this before the ABC we're doing. This if you want to put more to backs, this is like a good area to enter. And then it's just to hold. Right now, wouldn't really would say too much to enter into altcoins, because we're gonna pump more. We're gonna be Bitcoin right now. But if you don't have anything, but I know you already have, or for anybody else, this is a good entry point. But you need to keep in mind, you need to be patient, because these don't gonna pump tomorrow, don't gonna pump next week. You're gonna take a few months, maybe in November or October, more or less, as September, October, November. In those months, we're gonna start to have a bullish momentum for icons. So just keep that in mind. But this will be the best moment to get some near or other coins. So let me see, PENGU. Yeah, PENGU was going as well to the moon now, and now it's having this nice retracement. So finally, we have this retracement like every other coin. I just wanted to look for something. Let me see, where is it? Sui was going to break the $4 finally, 440. And look, now you don't want to buy. You wanted to buy here, but you don't want to buy at 340. You don't want to buy, but you wanted to buy at 430. This is again the emotion games, the emotion. Why you wanted to buy here? Because was breaking, was breaking this area, and now we're going to $7 to $10. No, I say to you many times, when we break this, potentially we do something like this, retest. In this case, we retest like this, and then we go up. It's always like that. Now we are below the orange line. Yes, below. But that, let me see in the weekly. Doesn't mean the trend is bearish, you see? We're not bearish. We're bullish as well over there. So you need to just be fresh, no emotion, cold, and you're gonna make it. So for Sui as well, there you have. If you don't have anything and you want to jump, this is the best moment to buy. You can buy little by little, because we could drop a little bit more, but it's fine. It's fine. After that, you're gonna have big return or better return I bought for 4. Now you're gonna have even more percentage. Look, just going to previous high. It's already 50%. You can make, yeah, you can make more than that. And the last one, I want to check what LYX. Actually, it's the only one who's going up. This is the, I guess, from the ones I have been checking. Let me see. I think it was here. I was just pointing that out. Let me play that. Because if you want to enter, if you don't have anything you know about the project, this is going here, and this is the best area to buy. This is the best area, and we can see already we have something like this. You can see it. This bullet divergent here. What I was saying, exactly. It was so obvious to see it there, and now you see. I have it here, the drawing already. We have this massive. Let me see. Since last time we talked about it, yeah, we was just at the beginning. So congrats if you follow that, because this compared to the other one was super bullish already. They already pumped a lot. This one was exactly pointing around here. So that brought you exactly, let me see, 126%. 126%, which is not bad. It's not bad, and we potentially go into this area to look the $1.89. Sorry, $1.89. So hopefully we do it when all the market is dropping. That would be 200%, and then we're potentially gonna go down, but not down to 0. Normally we go like this. Waves. It's just waves. It's what I was pointing to you at the beginning of the video. So yeah, congratulations to you and to everybody who is holding LYX. It was time already because we have been falling. Oh my goodness. I entered to this one. Actually before was LYX was Luxo, if I'm not wrong. Lux is separate before they also have this coin. I entered to the last bull market. I entered to the ICO, which was super good returns. And I see the project still have a lot. There is not much going on. I mean, they're working a lot, but what is about the massive adoption is just taking a little bit longer. But I do see that they have a future, so just go and learn about them if you want to know more about the project, because in the next months this is gonna go more up, even if it looks like not, but I'm just expecting going here, then having some consolidation that's going up. We will see what happens. I mean, everything can happen, but at the moment that's the possibility, the highest possibility, exactly as I was pointing here in the video, and actually happens. So yeah. And there's always going to be opportunity on the market when the other ones are bleeding. But when all of them are already green, that is a big sign for you to just stay beside, observe. But I never recommend to enter like everybody just calling to enter or calling they're going to the moon. I mean, say that to me before we have a big candle, big green candle. After that, I won't say that. But yeah, hopefully you like this. You learn how to navigate the market and how to see if you can exit or not. I don't call in this as the top, to be honest. No, now, until we have the confirmation I was saying to you. Now you're aware. Now you know. And you can also share this video to a friend or to anybody you may think is interested to know how to exit the market. So we appreciate if you can just like, comment, and see you next time.